All right, what's going on, chat? Appreciate everyone tuning in. Gonna be doing a little hobbying today. Finally got power back. Yesterday we were out of power for 2 days, so that was fun. Let's turn this down. How's it going, chat? Hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, we were powerless for a couple days, unfortunately. We got hit with a crazy thunderstorm on 4th of July night. We like finished the stream and I had my headphones on, or I was editing, and all of a sudden the power just went out and I heard the rain, and it was, dude, we had 80-mile-per-hour winds and we had thunder and lightning. I'm pretty sure lightning struck a couple trees like right by my house. So because some trees exploded on the road, and like we lost power, the roads were all blocked off. It was absolutely crazy. But we finally got power back to editing and all that jazz. And luckily didn't lose any food in the fridge or anything. We had to put ice in there and stuff. But anyways, it was a pain in the ass. But today we're going to be building a pirate ship, because Rev ended up getting the Blood and Plunder starter kit. And so he has 12 sailors and some characters. I have a Blackbeard, which is the pirate character, and I have 12 pirates, and we got to build a ship. So we got I have some of the pirates assembled, but we're going to be building a pirate ship, so I figured this would be pretty fun to do on stream, so we could at least do something interesting here. And some, I guess, some side note stuff. What do you call it? Also, Bobzilla, how's it going, dude? Let's see. I have Jinn that are printed. Jinn Wolfen, or like Shrek Wolfen equivalent, for our Jinn units for the Turkish army. I printed Dervish bodies right before the storm, and luckily finished it, but they're too large. They're more like Trench Crusade War Hammer scale, like heroic. So I scaled down the bodies 85%, and then I'm printing them again, as well as the arms and everything for the Dervish assassins. Then not only that, I gotta still do some Janissaries and stuff, but we're making good progress on the Turkish army. I've been working on tackling the apocalypse. I keep wanting to call it Man vs. Fish, but it's not Man vs. Fish. Tackling the apocalypse. So we've been working on that. And it's kind of morphing into a tabletop miniature game that's based off of like Warcraft 3. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of like I don't know. It's really taken an interesting turn, and I've been working on it in the background. So that's going to be something that we're going to be experimenting with in the future. I'm excited about it. Other than that, too, we'll take a look. I did end up purchasing the Beaver Birdie miniature, which, is it in the US as well, or is it just in the British or the? So I picked up, I'll show you. We got the new Beaver Birdie character, because you can use it for the US, and he's got a little rat on his shoulder, scavenging for replacement equipment and technology to rebuild himself. He's a cool dude. I'm excited for that. Then we also have the George Washington miniature, which I'm so excited. I'm gonna kit bash this for Conflict. This is such a beautiful miniature. I kind of wanted to just paint it as is. You know what I mean? For like if we ever get into any revolutionary things when I get older, I feel like we're gonna start doing revolutionary war games one day. But I think what I'm going to do with this dude is put like some sort of gas mask, or maybe cut a gas mask off and put it on his head or something and keep the hair. I don't know. We're going to make it a Conflict 47 character. So maybe they like Like, somebody comes, they think they're like George Washington reborn as like the Messiah of the United States or something. Who knows? We could come up with some crazy lore. So I'm excited for that. I did get the magazine issue because it comes with, it says 6, but I saw somebody on Instagram, I think it comes with 12 totem core. So it was $9, and it comes with I'm pretty certain it comes with this entire frame, which is 12 totem core zombies, which I need for my Axis anyway. So I grabbed the magazine. It's $10. We'll see, even if it's just 6, that's fine. And last but not least, they were like, okay, you got to pay $20 shipping unless you get it up to 80. I was like, screw that. I'm not paying $20 shipping. So I ended up, this is something that I don't have, but finally getting some more official conflict miniatures for my U.S. Army. I did go, I know they are coming out with a new box, but I do like the older miniatures, these heavy infantry. And so I did get a box of these, so we'll have a unit of 5 power armor American infantry, and probably just build them with the LMGs, because I plan on possibly using these on a video coming up in the near future with the US. So getting some stuff in the background. And for today, what we're doing is we're building the pirate ship from the Blood and Plunder kit. 11th edition looks great. Yeah, I haven't looked at it at all or messed with it. Rev he just won a Necron character on this Twitch channel. He's won so much stuff from this guy Mohawk Miniature. You should check him out. You should really check him out, Bobzilla, because you can just watch and enter giveaways. The guy's giving away stuff all the time. I don't really watch as much because I don't care about the Warhammer stuff, but my buddy Garrett, who's been in the one-page rules videos, and my buddy Rev, obviously, who's on every video, they've won so much stuff from this dude on Twitch. You should check him out. Mohawk Miniatures on Twitch. But what do you call it? He just won like some new Necron characters, so now he's like, well, now I got to build a Necron army, and he won like a knight from him. So then he built a knight army. He also like won an Adeptus Mechanicus box, so he put that in the knight army. So like Rev is like, oh, he's pumped about 11th edition, but I'm not really. I just haven't really been that crazy on it, you know. There's too many games that have my interest right now that Warhammer just doesn't interest me at the moment. Luckily, Rev has some other people to play with and stuff, but he's probably like, come on, bro, let's play. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But so we do have Blood and Plunder here. He got this box set. And so I have 12 sailor dudes I'm building as pirates. I have the one plastic sloop, which is the ship, small ship. So we're going to build that today. And yeah, we could use this for all sorts of games, though. I'm excited to use these miniatures in one-page rules. I want to do... So we've been doing like Warhammer and other games, like invading like normal human timelines, especially with like the U.S. Army versus the versus the orcs. So I want to do one where it's like pirates versus something, you know, and it could be, I don't even, maybe pirates, and all of a sudden it's versus like Star Wars dudes or something. But I plan on doing more games like that with one-page rules, where it's what do you call it? It's like different universes colliding, you know. That's kind of like the series, if you will. Anyways, I'm excited for all that stuff. Ugh. All right, we got a pirate ship. Let's get some music going. Good news, I beat the hard AI on an AoE 2. I'm moved up to the hardest difficulty and then extreme. Hardest, still haven't done it yet. But, oh, I forgot one thing. Before we put on the music and just start playing, we got to check something out. So, if you know, I haven't played this game yet. I kind of want to play it on stream. We're going to do like a Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 playthrough on stream one day, because it literally is the closest thing we have to a Conflict 47 universe, I think, other than maybe some other tabletop games. But this is I think I have to use this cinematic you're going to see in a second. I have to use it in a video coming up soon. I got to find a way. I'm probably going to have to cut it up or like whatever, but anyways, let's just enjoy it. You ready? Check it out. Oh shit. It's like the coast of Washington or something. EA, how the mighty have fallen, huh? Sheesh, look at that. Fucking Japanese. This shit is sick. We have to play this game. But look at it. Japanese light walkers. It's fucking Ghost Warriors, dude. It's Ghost Attack Warriors. I think that right there, I cut it right there. We're still gonna watch it, though. Now we're getting into a little funky for conflict. This might be too much for conflict. I think we cut it at the part where the Ghost Warriors come out. Dude, how badass is that? You think these Ghost Warriors come running out? I had to just see it again. It looks so cool. Like right here. Whoosh. Conflict 47. Cut it right there. That's going to be sick, dude. We got to play this game. We're going to play Red Alert 3. 100%. Without a doubt. We're playing Red Alert 3 on stream at some point. It's literally Conflict 47. But in the future. After it keeps going for a bit or something. Okay, and there's bears. There's bear people for the Soviets, which is hilarious. Okay. Shout out to Jenny Bratz for turning me on to Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. It's like a gold mine of cool inspiration for conflict. I'll tell you what. Okay. We just went from that. Now we're going to build a wooden pirate ship. So this is the Flintlock Games sloop for the kit. So that's our instructions, which I got to say, I kind of like the simplicity. But we may need to look at some photos. But I think we're going to start with the really big section, it looks like. From what I can tell. I don't know. We're just going to go at it, I guess. Yo, Sean, what's going on, dude? Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the 4 months. Round of applause. Turn that down a little. Thank you, my friend. And yo, Sean coming in with the 5 gifted. Get some 07s in the chat. Thank you, my friend. That is far too kind. You have been far too kind. A big supporter here on the channel, so I do appreciate it. We're going to have to put you in the, like, the rafters or something, you know? We're going to have to hang a jersey for you. I need to build a scene where it's like a gymnasium, and we have like the rafters at the top. Rev, Squig Herder Sean, Tiki. I haven't seen Gabriel in a little bit. Hopefully Gabriel's been good. Would have been nice to have those instructions yesterday. You build all sorts of stuff. You just look at it and say it's plum. Did you not print these from online? Where'd you even get them? They definitely didn't come from the book, or did they come in the box? Is that where they came from? That makes more sense. They just like photocopy some sheets and put it in the box. Yeah, we're gonna look at your ship. It is not correct at all. It's like just put together in pieces. Wasting away at work? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Wasting away in Margaritaville. Yeah, dude, we like lost power for like 2 days. We finally got it back yesterday. God, that was a pain in the ass. Goes to show, if something does happen, we are screwed. I'm working too. Haven't had lunch yet. Are there templates for the sales in the book? I don't think so. I think we just need to literally make them ourselves. I saw on the website they sell like rigging pieces. They sell MDF templates where it's like you punch out all these little pieces and you put string through them and make the rigging. But I think the sloop kit doesn't come with any sail related stuff, so I think we have to like make that stuff by scratch, it looks like. Because I was looking at like people building these ships, or like, you know, they're built ships on Google or whatever, and it's all like handmade sails and stuff. Yo, what's going on, Valor? Yeah, so it looks like we only got one George Washington, unfortunately. But we got George Washington, B for Birdie, the magazine with the totem core coming in, which I think it is 12 totem core in that magazine, because if I'm not wrong, even though it says 6. And I got a box of heavy infantry US, because they look cool. I've been wanting them for a while, even though I don't think they're the best. And I know there's coming out with new minis, but I kind of wanted the older ones too. It'll be cool to have down the road too, like the older ones. Be nostalgic about conflict 10 years from now. You know what I mean? When it's on whatever edition or something. But yeah, I think we got to make the sails ourselves, so. Oh, sweet. Tabletop Command Post got a gifted membership. Hell yeah. He posted something recently where he went and played Blood and Plunder. And this box has been sitting on my shelf because we have so much stuff going on. And Rev's like, oh, come on, we should build it. And I was like, yeah. And then I saw he made a post on Instagram, and it was them playing like Blood and Plunder. And it looks so cool on the table. I was like, all right, I'm putting that together. All the pirates look so cool and everything. You got a few of those things coming too? Hell yeah. Yeah, I had to bump it up to $80, otherwise the shipping would have been 20. I was trying to get Rev a George Washington, but because Cosmic said he just added 3 to the cart and bought it, but the second you go to sign out and pay, you know, with their Shopify or whatever the hell they got for their website, it automatically adjusted the George Washingtons to 1. So I kept going back and like trying to add them and stuff, but it automatically adjusted it. So I think Cosmic's only getting 1 George Washington. I hate to break it to him. Then again, who knows? Cosmic might be on the cool guy list over there. I don't know. They're going to be Paragons or Heavy. Surprised they haven't announced it already. Roadmap needs updating. I think it said infantry, right? Or something like that. So I assume they were going to be U.S. Heavy Infantry, because I remember somebody mentioned U.S. Heavy Infantry, but that might just be a guess or something. I would love to see a couple units. I want to see like an update to the Paragons, probably an update to the power armor, and maybe like a some sort of infantry, like a basic infantry kit or something, or like upgrades. It's tough because there's no really way to take bolt action US soldiers and equip them all with assault rifles or things like that, you know what I mean? Because every US bolt action, there was no assault rifle in the US arsenal, right, during World War II, at least that I'm aware. It was all Thompsons, grease guns, you know, just different SMGs, and then they had the BARs or the bars or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I would love to see some different stuff popping out. But definitely the updates to the Paragons, because it seems like nobody wants to use the Paragons they have, because it's the old version where there's like special characters. It was all like unique units and different guys with special names. That's why the Paragon kit that they have now is like that. I think people are looking for more just like a generic super soldier looking, you know, dudes. Instead of like one guy with an axe, one guy that's 8 feet tall, the other guy with a sniper. It's all stuff that's not really relevant to the actual loadouts nowadays. They like completely changed Paragons from the old edition. Because I was looking at buying those before the game came out, but I was like, this doesn't seem what do you call it? Or when the game came out, I was like, this doesn't seem like it's gonna work for this edition, this set. They still look cool, but some kind of extended mags for the M1 carbines to make them M2s. M1s, not N1s. Yeah. Where the M2 carbines full auto as opposed to the old, like the M1, because the M1 carbines were just like a lighter. What were they like? What caliber was it? They were lighter. They were a smaller caliber than the Garands, which are 30-06s, right? So like carbines were great because they were semi-automatic, but the Garands had more like stopping power. I don't even know if that even mattered in that war, but I'm sure taking a M1 carbine round and an M1 Garand round are two different things to the chest when you're running at somebody. Were the M1s full auto? No, right? The M2s were full auto? That was the only difference? Was that like a predecessor to like the M14 style rifles and stuff? Okay. Clean up our sprues. Rumors basic infantry can take Tesla Thompsons. Maybe the... Oh, that would be fantastic. Oof. That's my favorite gun in the whole U.S. arsenal. Tesla Thompsons. Or the Thompson MX1s, MX2s. Those are my favorite guns in the entire arsenal for the U.S. So if we can equip basic infantry... Or even Paragons, if Paragons could get access to them too. That'd be sick. I guess Paragons probably won't get them, but... Actually, why do Paragons not get Tesla Thompsons? It's a good question. I think that should be an option. Maybe it's a balance thing or something. No, it was a conversion of the M1 carbine that showed up? Gotcha. Oh, they threw a paperclip in there or something? Yeah, because it's kind of weird. We're in the timeline now to where we're like, war never ended, and things advance. Things are advancing in a different way than they, or in a much quicker way than they did in our timeline, real timeline, you know? Because look, obviously now they have like gravity weapons and freaking like jetpacks and stuff. So it's interesting. You can take inspiration from real life stuff, especially after the war, but it's like, you have to also think about it in the lens, through the lens of what it's like in a rift world instead of not our timeline. Because I was like, same thing with the Turks, like thinking about what to do with them and like what they were, you know, you could look in, like later on, you know, like in the 50s and stuff and get inspiration for certain things, whatever. You could probably use the Korean War and some of that stuff. Oh man, my neck is... I must have slept really, really badly or something, as usual. Let's see, is that the bottom? I probably don't need to clean the mold line right there then, huh? But I'll clean it in the front and on the tops. So what's everyone been up to? You guys been hobbying at all? All right. So let's see. I got to see how this goes, but it's probably going to be, yeah, something like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I got to cut out where the cannons go, it looks like. Unless the cannons sit on those? We'll have to see. No, it looks like you cut those out too, eh? Right? Oh, I got to show you Blackbeard too. I forgot. But we got Blackbeard right here. Arrgh. Avast ya, matey. Get ready to walk off the poop deck. I DM'd a whole pirate campaign, so I'm gonna go nuts with the pirate voices and crap. I only really have one pirate voice, but that's kind of all you need. I've been painting up a Japanese assault frame army. Gonna do a Brit automated army after that. You know, I'm very tempted. I kind of want to do a Mark 1 and 2 platoon because Rev's British army is 3D printed. So, because his like he's got a full legit Japanese army with the warlord stuff. He's got a ton of Axis. He's got a ton of warlord stuff. But for the Brits, he 3D printed them. And I wouldn't mind us having, like... That seems like a fun army, too. I wouldn't mind doing, like, a British army. Or something themed. Like a British-themed army, but, like, maybe, like, Australians or something, you know? Or maybe, like, with Gurkhas or something cool, you know? Or the Sikhs. Do something with the Brits, but do something different. And then also have, like, legit... Get the proper kits. Because I do like the kits, the new plastic kits. They look sick. And the new automated infantry and all that. They also... Seems like a very good potential for, like, a strong list and everything, too, with the new rules. So... I'd say it's arguably stronger than the Firefly rules, right? The Totem Core stuff is super strong in the benefits. The automated platoon stuff, though, that seems a little bit stronger than the Firefly one. Firefly one, you only generally just get like a little benefit to regroup in hell, and you get, it is nice, you do have the one unit that can come down and not be shot at all. But that's really it. And maybe getting access to like a flamethrower team or something for the Fireflies, but... I mean, you get that in general, but you get what I'm saying. It is nice, you can load up on linebackers, mud skippers... jackals, all that in one single platoon. Like, you can have a whole army in just the Firefly platoon, by the way. Very easily. In our Apocalypse game, that's pretty much what it was. It was one army in the Firefly platoon, and then a couple more platoons making up a traditional conflict army. You know what I mean? Assault platoon, Walker platoon, etc. Played K-47 against Japanese on Sunday, slowly painting some Leagues of Votan for my son's army, and visited my grandson Saturday. Very nice. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, hopefully everyone had a good 4th of July. We streamed for a little bit, had some fun, and then we got hit by the full might of God in a thunderstorm. Rev lost power for like 30 minutes. We lost power for 2 days. People's houses got, like, there's a house, 2 houses down from mine. Tree landed on top of the house. A couple houses up the road, a giant tree totaled their cars. There's some trees that exploded from, like, lightning and, like, shattered down the middle, blocked off the road for, like, a day. It was interesting, to say the least. I think I have to cut these out from the looks of it. There's some crazy footage, though, of people on the beach shooting fireworks, and then they got hit by that storm here on Long Island, and it's like, it looks like Armageddon. Like, there's all these beach fires that were, like, so there's embers everywhere, and there's, like, fireworks going off, and people are freaking out, like, running around. There's lightning striking everywhere. It looked like a scene out of, like, a movie or something. Some crazy stuff on Instagram I saw. My British Army I drafted has, like, 9 activations. Just an automated platoon, nice. I like a small army with like 9 to 10 order dice. You know what I mean? I do like taking though like a bolt action contingency to a lot of my armies, because I still think there's probably a ton of like normal Joe Schmo out there, you know, who has to fight the good fight. But a lot of my US lists are like Paragons, Fireflies, and Walkers and stuff, and it's like 9 units or something, you know, and that is great for when my back is killing me. Alright. Getting all this stuff prepped. Yeah, the cool thing about Pirate Ship, we can use this in tons of different games. So, this thing will be versatile. 1-page rules, Turnip 28, all sorts of games we can use these in, you know? Let's clean up our marks here. I'm going to make this thing look nice. This is a nice kit. Rev was nice enough to get this, so let's make it look pretty. I'm thinking probably speed paint. Speed paint the whole army. Seems the easiest, honestly. And for the colors and stuff we're gonna go with, that's the most paints I have. So, probably airbrush this, but... because that would just be way easier than trying to speed paint this whole thing. Okay, these little spots are a little tricky, but that's fine. Rev did give me files, but I like scraping it. The files, I feel like I'm also going to be making a lot of plastic dust, and I'm sure I'm already getting a ton of microplastics in my system, but I'd like to avoid the risk of ED for as long as I can, you know what I mean? I think that's what you gotta watch out miniature building, dude. You might end up, you need to get, what are those honeys they sell or something? Those honey packs. Oh god. Dude, my neck is like killing me. I must have slept really wrong. Oh. Whew. Doesn't help my terrible posture in general in my back, but okay. By the way, I appreciate everyone hanging out. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon. At what point do we start gluing it? I love how I have the instructions and like I'm just gonna end up like building it. Barely looking at it. Now we'll take a look. Those look a little slightly confusing though, so we'll just like some of the like I had no idea how to put the pistols on this dude. I had to look up actually how it's put together for a nice accurate pirate pistolier setup, you know? How the hell is this thing gonna go? I guess we'll find out. Alright. Big chunks first, it looks like. How do those... what's with the deal with these cannons? Do we have to do the cannons... oop, do we have to do the cannons first? No, the cannons just go in the... right? Or are they gonna go on the deck? I genuinely can't tell even what those are. It doesn't even give a number or anything. What the fuck is that? Looks like a mini cannon or something? I don't know. Let's just start gluing this thing together. We can always... Looks like it can go through the hole anyway, right? It's not like I have to feed it first. No, I don't think so. Okay, we got a big piece. We got this piece. This is the back. Yeah, I could see you trying to build this thing. Like, what the fuck? Glue 2 cannons down before putting the rear deck. I see. Okay. So what? Start off with this sucker. So we have the round parts. Like this. Here's the back piece. But what the fuck? What the fuck is this ship? What the fuck? So this is... no, this is separated by quite a bit, eh? Watch an imbecile try and assemble a pirate ship in real time. Okay, here we go. I see. So this will sit on top like this. So we need to start probably here. Okay, so this is the bottom floor of the deck, eh? Or I guess it's like the back part of the ship is elevated. So I guess we glue there, and then glue there, and then we also need to do the back piece. How does the back piece sit in this situation? Okay, I'm just kind of trying to visualize it before I actually glue it, right? It's nice to understand how it actually goes together before you commit. I see. Okay, so then this is going to... Might be easy to start like this. And glue that like that, and then we sit the thing on top. It might all need to kind of happen at once situation, it looks like. Let her roll. I think we start with these like this. I think that's what we do. Shout out to Rev for refilling my bottle after I spilled it on the ground. He brought over like a refill thing. I was like, why is this so full? And then I remembered you did that. I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. We'll probably apply more in the gaps, but... This also might be better like a super glue thing, but for now, I can like take it apart if I need to, so whatever. This is fine. Maybe now I do this, it looks like, and then I do the other piece, right? Oh, no, because this kind of one sits on top, huh? Maybe we do this. That wants to sit like that. Let's just rest that down. Get her somewhat comfortable. We can glue this after, it looks like. It's like, oh, I see, there's something that's going to hold this in the front together, like the mermaid lady or something that, you know, the shipwright? No, what's the name of the decoration on the front of a ship? God, I used to play a little Sea of Thieves. That's the only way I would know half this crap. Forgot, there's like a technical term for the thing on the front. For your mermaid lady or something on the front. Can we just... Oh, okay, so we are going to do some sort of thing here. We're going to need like an applicator bottle. With like a little nozzle or something, you know? Oh man, my neck is really jacked up today. I don't know what the hell I did. Getting old, that's what I did. Hey, okay. Is that correct? Looks like everything's sitting nicely. Except I say that and then I pop it off. Don't you love it when you speak too soon? Classic. This is where super glue seems probably like a better choice, but whatever. Get in there. There you go. Make sure everything's somewhat snug. Okay. Nobody touch it. Figurehead or a prow? Something like that. I think a figurehead. Maybe a prow. I feel like there's definitely a nautical term. I just don't remember. Okay, we're going to wait before the back deck because you said a cannon. Roger, Dodger. Looks like we need to do... God, the sprues are fighting back. They're rebelling against us. This looks like not as of much importance at the moment. What in God's name are these things? Okay, figurehead pieces it looks like, or prows. These little pieces here. What the hell is this? That looks like one of the pieces, and these, I think these right here. Pirate ships building pirate ships. And then I'm pretty certain this thing. I've been on a few sailboats in my days. I just don't know jack crap about sailboats when it comes to terminology. I'm more of a powerboat boy. Alright, mermaid. Yes, yes. This gives you +2 to your ship maneuver test you have to do. It probably doesn't, but in Savage Worlds it did. Alright, okay, there's a rudder. I see the rudder off the back. We can wait for that. Let's do this figurehead. Because I think this is going to hold the front of the ship together from what I can see. But there's one more piece I'm looking for, and it's this one. I believe. I really hope so. So, one thing to note, this is like, I don't know if this counts as hard plastic or soft plastic, but when you like scrape it, it kind of can mar a little. So I think this counts as like a hard plastic miniature, but I could be wrong. It's definitely a different type of like plastic than other minis. But yeah, I think this is like maybe a hard plastic or something. I don't know what you would... On some of the pirate guys, I had a little hard time getting a clean scrape line when like cleaning the mold line. Luckily, the mold lines are very minute. They're not very pronounced, so that's always good. Oh, these would have been fantastic for when we did our freaking Savage Worlds game, dude. Bunch of these things and extra pirates. I tell you what, we're going to be absolutely stacked for when it comes to any sort of cool campaigns that aren't basic Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. If we ever wanted to do conflict style, World War II, Warhammer, Napoleonic, weird stuff, whatever. Dude, we have so many different cool miniature armies between me and Rev that we could definitely do some crazy tabletop RPG stuff. We'll see. That's something that, you know, we're really into. We haven't done it in a while. Maybe we'll explore on the channel in the future. Do like a conflict roleplay one shot or something, you know, with a group of friends or something. Or we could do it online with like conflict dudes. That might be something for the future. Something I still really want to do is solo games, which are like 5 Parsecs from Home, Rangers of the Shadow Deep, or whatever. Games like that. I really want to do that on the channel. I just don't have any time at some point. Because that I can film alone, and that would be a nice little in-between for our normal videos. Different, more like smaller skirmish games, too. A little bit of a different audience as well. Maybe get some new folks. Kind of like half in between like a TTRPG game and like a regular skirmish game, you know? It's like you progress, you build your ships or your characters, and there's like, you know, you get random tables and stuff. I like stuff like that. I'm a big sucker for random tables, I must say. Something tells me there's going to be a couple random tables in Tackling the Apocalypse. Probably like a loot table and like maybe like a weather or a hazard table or something, you know? I like a good random table. So we should actually, at some point I want to go over Tackling the Apocalypse a little bit more, because you guys are geniuses and you think of stuff that half the time it's like right there and I forget. But I'm making pretty good progress. I think we're not there yet, but we're getting to the point to where we could like do a little test at some point. That's what I want to get towards. I want to get towards on stream, we sit down and we try and like play a game of Tackling the Apocalypse, our fishing game that we're coming up with. But it's going to be different. I don't know how the StarCraft game plays, but it might be kind of like that. I don't know. But it's heavily inspired by, like, RTS. But, like, AoE or, like, Warcraft 3 and stuff. So I think it's going to be interesting. You're not going to be, like, building bases and stuff, but you can go around and accrue resources and do stuff, and that'll help you spawn more units, or you can refresh units. So it's not like you're going to start out with, like, your whole army on the board. You can bring a bunch of different minis, and as you're playing the game, spend points and deploy units. So I think that's something that... So, like, think about this. You bring, instead of just bringing... I have these 5 guys in there, or whatever, these 3 boats that are fishermen, that's my army for the whole game. You could bring a plethora of stuff. You start out with a small units, or, like, a small fishing boat. You go out, and a couple of them, you go out, try and catch some fish, maybe kill some NPCs, or fight some players, get some points, and then you spend those points either at the end of the turn or the start of the next turn, and deploy more units, or refresh your units, or you can get buffs. So I think that's going to be cool. It's kind of like an arena, think of like an arena fishing game, PvP fishing game, based off of RTS genre, but it's a miniature game. That's kind of where I'm at the moment, and so far I think that's the direction I really like, because it's something that's kind of different, you know? Because I could just make a game where it's like, there's like fish and fishermen, you just fight each other, and that's it, you know? But you could just play like one-page rules for something like that, you know? Check out the Discord tabletop chat to share my pirate ship. I started base coding with my wife a while back and haven't gotten back to it. Yeah, we'll take a look. We'll probably take a little break at some point, and we'll take a look at everything. Well, I'll take a look right now, though. I want to fill up my tea. Oh, shit. So is this, did you 3D print all this, or is this resin, like it came in a kit? Because this looks like these could be like cast resin, right, or something. Nice. Yeah, it's like a cast. You could see the mold line on it. Okay, so this is like from a kit of some game or something? Very cool. Hell yeah, dude. What game is this for? Is this for Blood and Plunder, or you got it for something else? Rev they sell one. I think it's on Amazon or somewhere. It's a pirate ship. It's like very close to the size. But the detail on this one is so nice. You could tell it's like a super nice kit. Yeah, you're going to have to like build sails and shit. That's the one thing. It's Reaper miniatures. Gotcha. Very cool. Yeah, it looks great. I like it. I like it. It looks big as hell, though. That's the issue, right? Storing these things. Oh, we had Derelict, too. Check this out. His U.S. forces. Shout out to Derelict. Killing it, dude. I really like how, like, it's like a highlighter green, almost. You see that? I really like that. Like, on the helmets, how bright the green is. I don't know. There's something about it. Looks cool. The way the colors... They kind of work. It works good. The blue and the greens like that. With a little red and white in there. Yeah, it looks sick. Whoa! Dobby's Diorama. Hopefully, yeah, Dobby's Diorama. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Welcome, everybody. And welcome, Dobby's Diorama. How you doing? Let me get the round of applause here. Hey, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Hope you had a great stream. What were you up to? Let me give you a shout out too. Oh, you guys are gonna hear computer noises, but whatever. I gotta switch my keyboard over. Beep boop. How do I do this again? It's been so long. Exclamation mark S at Dobby's, or is it SO? Oh, let me do it again. I think it's SO, right? I suck at Twitch stuff nowadays. There we go. Go give him a follow. Appreciate it. Working on Tacom 1/35th scale Super Sherman. Ah, very nice. Very cool. Yeah, for all you folks just tuning in, my name is Mike. First off, thank you again, Dobby. Appreciate that. I'll make sure to give you a follow, too. Give me a sec here. My name is Mike. I go by Li Flies Mike on Twitch because I've been streaming for years, specifically, what do you call it, like fly fishing and fly tying related stuff. But nowadays I also have, so I have two YouTube channels. I have Li Flies Mike, it's fishing, fly tying, it's fly tying related. And then Mike Rolls Dice, which we started about a year ago, and we multi-stream to YouTube as well to that channel. But what we do is we make battle reports for Conflict 47, Bolt Action, one-page rules, Turnip 28. We're getting into Gaslands Refueled, now Blood and Plunder. So we do a lot of different tabletop wargaming stuff and content on YouTube, and as well as some streaming here, just doing some hobby stuff. But thank you again, Dobby. Appreciate that. And what do you call it? I hope you had a great stream and everything. I'll have to check you out at some point. I made sure to drop you a follow. It's huge value. What, that pirate ship? You got it from their for D&D from their Bones Kickstarter. It's a very special kind of resin, very durable. Yeah, it looked like an interesting resin to say the least. We're taking a look at the Discord right now, which oh, beep boop boop boop. I'm switching my keyboard between my two computers. What I'm doing right now. Beautiful pirate ship. Yeah, it looked like resin. It looked like a cast resin. And we're taking a look at some of the stuff folks have been working on for like Conflict 47. These look great. Derelict, his Fireflies. Damned Legion with a, I think, New Zealand. Yeah, the Anzac, New Zealand bolt action themed army, which I absolutely love, including the old metal ones, or the metal guys. Jenny on her NCR Fallout themed conflict characters, which we love, are on there. Rudy with the Strumreis print from Warlord. Very cool. It's gigantic. And then Cosmic's Bohemian. I think we saw this last time. Yeah, the Cosmic's Bohemian army for their conflict. So very cool. All right, looking nice, dude. Looking good. And thank you again, Dobby. Appreciate that. All right, let's get back to building, shall we? So this is for Blood and Plunder. This is a pirate, or this is a naval slash like skirmish, or like I guess you could say like naval battle conflict or miniature war game, but it doesn't have to be fought on ships. It could be fought on land as well. But it is based off like historical times. I think this is like in the, is this 1700s? It's around like, I think it's like the golden age of like piracy, and maritime, what do you call it? Shipping down in like the Caribbeans and stuff. So you got the British, you got the Dutch, you have the French, you have the Spanish and all that. And this is from a starter kit from this. And we're building pirates. My buddy's building like British sailors or like, you know, merchant or something. I think he's playing the Brits with Maynard, and I have Mr. Blackbeard. So we're working on the pirate ship, and also talking about we're kind of in development of a fishing game that it's called Tackling the Apocalypse, that we've been kind of theory crafting. So we're working on, it's kind of like a RTS-inspired arena fishing miniature war game. So it's going to be... it's going to be something, but... We do a lot of interesting tabletop wargaming stuff around here. Mostly YouTube, but we stream a couple times a week as well. If you're watching on Twitch, you'll see me on Fridays doing fly tying, and then Saturdays miniature stuff, and then kind of randomly throughout the week we do some more miniature streams. We're just cleaning up these sprues here. So this is a sloop, which is a smaller ship. I think it's, what, one mast? Yeah, it's a one-mast ship. All right. So there's a figurehead that goes on the front, or some sort of mermaid. It looks like this is going to glue together like that. That's going to hold it. This definitely doesn't like want to sit nice though, so I'm curious. Why is that? Everything seems to be like sitting where it should be. I guess we're just going to have to use some glue and some brute force or something. I don't see why there's a slight gap there. Need to start getting ready to work. Have a great day. Hey, thank you, Dobby. Appreciate it. You have a great afternoon and everything. Thank you again. And if everyone on Twitch or YouTube, make sure to go drop them a follow. Just going to clean up. I forgot to clean up this section here real quick. Scrape that up a little. I had Spanish from the original Kickstarter. I gave them to Tiki before he passed away the second and third time. Ah, you're telling me Tiki's in possession of your blood and plunder. I see. You know what I like? It's very Savage Worlds coded, which I absolutely love. It has card activations for like activating and all sorts of stuff, and that kind of is right in my wheelhouse of miniature gaming. Okay, so this looks like that's gonna go there, right? This is vastly confusing. Yeah, so those pieces will glue to the side of these. I see there's little notches. This really is not sitting nicely though. Why the hell is that? I really can't tell. Like, why are you... It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to glue this front section. What the hell's going on? Did you have that issue, River? You had a slight gap in the front? Like, I don't know, it's looking flush. Is this not right? Like, it's just a little... It's the way she goes, sort of thing. Let her ride. Super glue might be the choice, honestly, here. On this front section. Did you play Blood and Plunder? You try it out, Sean? You like it? It looks fun. It's a different type of game, which I think is, if we're gonna play different, you know, vastly, or play all these war games, I kind of like having like different flavors, right? So this seems a little bit different than other games that we played, which is nice. It'll be a different type of game in general, with the way that how the activations work and everything. I think I should super glue this section, because this kind of seems like it's going to be a pain in the ass. But when I hold it like this, is it like prying back anywhere? What's the reason it's not sitting nice and flush? I think I gotta super glue this thing, dude. think that's all it is. Probably like, if I could just get this thing sitting right about here. God, I almost knocked the freaking bottle over. Nah, that's why I gave it away. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, it's probably not for everyone. Okay, so that should work. I don't want to go too crazy with the super glue, but... Oh shit, something I just realized too. I do need to put these in at the same time, huh? Because if I screw that section up, then it's not going to sit properly, so... I just realized that. That should hold it together, though, pretty well. Now? Yeah, make sure that's all lined up. Okay, cool. That'll help make sure everything's good. Look cool? You never used it? Yeah, yeah. Well, it's better, you know, hopefully Tiki plays it, or did somewhat. But we know Tiki's AI, he's dead, he's not real, and he's now a professional scuba diver or something, so... You know, or whatever, just add to the Tiki lore. Ah, dude, I must have had super glue on dropped on my pants, and I think like my pants melted. That's exactly what happened. The super glue reacted with the pants. It melted, and then it glued to my pinky. Oof, I was like, why is that burning? Yeah, ow. It like, it like got on my pants, melted my shorts, because they're like synthetic pants, and super glue can melt things. And then I put my pinky finger on it, and it like burned my pinky and super glued it at the same time. Ow, there we go, okay. I'm used to super gluing my fingers together 24/7 fly tying, but that one caught me off guard a little bit. That was a new sensation. Okay. I'm suing Flintlock Games. Alright, how do we do this thing? She goes on there. These pieces... What in tarnations am I looking at here? Oh, maybe like this? These will actually link up. Yo, what's going on? No. I usually am good at not burning myself with super glue synthetic mixtures, but I do it all the time. It's one of my favorite things, using foam and super glue. It gives you one hell of a bond, I'll tell you that much, with certain flies. But that just, like, it got me right in where my nail meets, like, the cuticle of my nail. That was... just an unpleasant experience in general. What in God's name? How does this... Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Also, what's going on, Ed? Okay. You go here. I see. Dun 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 dun. The next piece of the pirate puzzle. Blackbeard's ship. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, you know how the AI like. Hey, you know you know how much I hate AI, so I'm torn because I love Tiki, but you know, I just until I meet him, you know, no. You can't convince me Tiki's AI, all right? I will say though, I'm deeply disappointed in Cosmic after finding out that the Octopuson is AI. I genuinely thought that it was a person. Like, all the other songs I can tell are AI. I genuinely thought that was a person that recorded that. I thought that was him. Because you said he made it, but he wrote it or whatever. But once I found out that that was AI singing that, it actually broke my heart. I'm not going to lie. Nope. So I told him unless he re-records it himself, I'll never listen to that song ever again. I had my heart broken. I thought it was a real person that sung that song. Because it kind of sounds like it's a real person singing it. You know? Oh, how can Tiki be dead if he's AI? Because AI can't die. I see the logic there. But when he died, he was converted to AI. That's what you're forgetting. They put his consciousness, they fed it into the AI. And that's why it's so powerful now. Because it has Tiki's essence in it. It's classic. Classic. Dude, what are these? Oh my god, there's little pieces on there I didn't even see. What the tarnations? What the hell? Okay, so I see our anchor. Dude, I like how they give you numbers with all the little shitty pirate guys that you could just glue together with literally not looking at the instructions. They don't give you any numbers or anything on the pirate ship, and there's just a million little wood pieces that all look the same. Like, what the hell? What am I attaching the anchor to? I can't even tell what that is. They could look at the real estate. They could have at least made some more space. They could have scaled this up. I genuinely can't tell what that is. I see the anchor, but I genuinely cannot tell what it goes with. There's two little things that God only knows what the hell they are. My God. What sort of hell did you put me in, Rev? Pirate ship hell. This makes me laugh thinking that you were just doing this with no instructions. It's probably better. You probably just do it without instructions. It's probably easier. Instead of looking at the hieroglyphics. Alright, we're just going to forget about that. We're not going to worry about the anchor for now. What the fuck? I can't even tell what half this shit is. Alright. So there's a mast. Or that beam that sticks off the front. And there's, what, two sizes? What the f... They're like, look at all these skewer-looking things. This one goes there, that one goes there. They're all different sizes, and they all are slightly similar size. Okay, one is 167 millimeters. My God. That looks like a 167 millimeter one right here. Let's see, and there's only so many pieces that can go into the mast, correct? The way that they're... Oh, dude, I can't tell. This is like deciphering something ridiculous. Now, the skewer looking thing is definitely a mast. The problem is there's pieces of the mast that are very similar to the front jutting, that whatever this thing's called that juts off the front. I think it's this, though. Because this is cut at an angle, so this has to be the piece that sticks off the front. I'm going for a big boy. I don't... Is there a difference? Why there's a 69 millimeter one and a... Unless you're supposed to glue them together. And then there's two attachment points, which looks like these. But... This looks like this already just goes in there. I don't know. I'm so confused with how this fucking thing goes together. The pirates were great. This, I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. On ease of assembly. For a simpleton like me. Basically a podcast, perfect. I'm pretty lucky for the most part, even when I'm uploading my internet, it doesn't scale down to like 144 or something, but every once in a while, like, the stream that I'm watching just buffers for a little bit or something, but we're probably going to try and upgrade to fiber soon because they're offering it now in our area. And I've dealt with so many internet issues over the years, though I will say it seems like a big part of it was now using Restream has really helped avoid a lot of that jazz. Yeah, so this should just glue like that, right? Right in there. I don't know what these two little... What is this little... That goes on the end, and the other one goes inside of it. We gotta take a look at what this thing is supposed to look like, dude. What the hell does this ship look like? Ships. That's different than the kit that we have. This is an old kit. Do they not have a new sloop kit? Oh, here we go.
Or you can...
Oh, I see. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, so there's another middle... Oh, shit. Was I not supposed to do the middle piece? Wait a second. Or will that slip in there? For the top deck, because the cannons go... Let's see. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I'm gonna pop this out. I just want to see, is this gonna just slip in there now or no? Damn it, Rev. I'm blaming this one on Rev. Luckily, I can pop the back part. And I didn't super glue the whole thing. Thank God I didn't super glue the whole thing. Oh my God, that would have been a disaster. And we could just pop everything back together in the back here. Okay. Okay, so we're good. That's why I don't permanently glue the entire thing. So we gotta get back cannons in there, it looks like, or something. Cannon out that galley, that one, right? And it looks like a big boy cannon. And then this can sit on top. We're not going to do that yet, though. This is correct. Okay, so we're definitely going to leave this half, like, glued together back here, because otherwise there's no way this will work properly. I just want to see how this goes together, though. You can't give me too much flack, chat, alright? Because their instructions are fucking terrible. Pardon my French. Absolutely terrible. How does this just sit on top then? I must so, huh? Yeah, this is a little ridiculous, but that's okay. I'm giving the ship... It's going down to a 5 out of 10. We're down to a 5 out of 10. We'll see where we end up. Can we get to a negative review of this ship kit from Flintlock? Alright, whatever. We gotta put cannons in there anyway. This is bullshit. If they just got, like, rid of the lips here or something, or maybe had the ship flare out slightly, which maybe isn't historically accurate, you could just slip everything in. It would be so much easier. Instead, it's all, like, encapsulated. Alright. We gotta do cannons. Which... Boom, 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 boom. Looks like 2 wheels... And then you got your cannon and some, like, stands or bracketry for the building of said cannons. Yeah, I was editing. I wanted to take a break, so we'll see how far we get today. I don't know if we're gonna end up building this whole thing. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm kind of struggling here. Get the cannons ready. Fire! So I need 2 of these suckers, don't I? Shit. Dun, 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 dun. I just want to play AoE. This music just makes me want to play more AoE. God damn it. Dun, 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 dun. It's definitely like if you that game will help you prevent prevent you getting Alzheimer's. You know, like people read Sudokus and stuff. AoE 2 is like firing your brain on like maximum overdrive. The like neuron activations are off the chart. Choo choo choo. Like APM, clicking, tabbing, doing all this multitasking. The game is nuts. It's funny, one of the healthiest RTS like competitive scenes out there is the AoE 2 community. It's a game that was like made like 20 years ago. I'm just happy they didn't go the Blizzard route and like destroy Warcraft 3, you know? You can't even like play the old Warcraft 3, you have to play the new updated version where they like screwed up all the custom stuff and everything. At least Microsoft was smart. They're like pretty much leave it the way it is, and they added some new stuff, but it's still the same game. Just with a fresh look, but it's still not. It's still the same game to its core. All right. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Even the cannons look like kind of just like I don't know. It's just like nothing goes together. Very nicely, it looks like, but whatever. Is there a difference between these? No, right? Not that I see. These pieces face inwards, it looks like. Man, this is like, even like the connection points are so tiny. Like, what the hell is this? Is that glue there? Yeah, it looks like it. There's like the teeniest little nub of a point to stick this thing in. Like, what the hell is this? Oh, yeah, glue that like that. Very nice. That can't be accurate, can it? That looks like wonky as hell, but maybe it is. I guess, maybe. This looks weird. And then the wood pieces sit on the inside. Like, I don't even know what the hell's going on here. This kit sucks. I'm saying it. Not happy with it. I'm giving it 2 thumbs down. Don't like it. Not a fan. Alright, and then this. This is ridiculous, dude. This is like the tiniest little thing to glue it together. Like barely is holding together. I guess I gotta put these side pieces on or something to stabilize it or something. It's ridiculous. I'm just gonna apply some glue like this, because if I try and do it the other way, it's just gonna fall apart. Oh, come on, dude. It's like if I breathe on it, it's gonna fall apart, this thing. Okay. Come on, get in there. And stay there. Dude. Do you guys see how I'm building this fucking thing? This is a terrible design. Let it be known, this is a terrible way to package your cannon sprue and put it together. I'm sorry, Flintlock Games. But I've assembled a lot of miniatures for different games in my time. This is not a very clean assemble here. Like, look at all these. It's like little tiny parts and connection points I'm like trying to get. There's like barely any contact for a lot of this for it to get a nice good connection. Especially this little wheel at the front. This is ridiculous. Is that, are they sitting somewhat right, I guess? I mean, yeah. It's a cannon when we're done. But I feel like this could have been printed in a way that it snaps together or something. Like, this is ridiculous. Why is it also not autofocusing? Like, it's so fragile, the way it's sitting right now. And I glued it right. It's sitting, you can see where the parts are supposed to glue together, or where they sit. There's like little notches, but... Okay. Well, that cannon just brought it down to a 4 out of 10. That's ridiculous. That's a shit cannon. Shit cannon builds. I'm calling it. Don't like it. Don't like it. No, no, no. Oh, dude, I'm excited. I really going to get tackling the apocalypse to a point to where I can do like a little play test on stream. I'm probably going to do a couple off stream and just like get a basic idea, but I'm excited. We're going to work on that soon. I mean, we have a lot of stuff though. We have so much stuff. I got to get ready for Invasion America. We're going to be doing Gasland. We have so many things, dude. I have a whole box of bolt action I got to put it's actually cool. I got a little bit of a slight pile of shame going on. It's very rare that actually happens. I usually get something and I build that crap so quick. Meanwhile, Revs has like a whole like cabinet full of like unbuilt boxes of miniatures he's waiting to go through or something. Or our buddy Garrett. I'm the opposite. I usually either 3D print or buy something. I usually build it pretty quick. And then I wait a while before I get anything else. And now I have a little bit of a pile of shame going on. Just a teeny one. Okay, so I think these, I don't really need to worry about cleaning up too much because they're literally going to be underneath the deck of the ship, which you cannot remove, so something tells me we'll be alright. I guess we just, how do we even paint it is the question. I guess, can you remove that deck? I don't know. That's a good point. Maybe we just paint the cannon sticking out or something. Guess we'll see. I do want to grab another cup of tea here, though, so I'm probably going to go do that here in a sec. Let's glue this last cannon off. Dude, my neck is like... Oh boy. Sheesh. I really must have slept wrong or something. Jacked my neck up. Sits like that. Man, dude, it barely has an area to connect. Barely. I'm used to like miniature games where they have like at least some sort of like a solid notch system. I gotta say, the rest of it's been great. Just this ship, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. You guys know me. I'll let you know when I'm not a fan of something. Oh shit. Don't fall apart on me now, come on. Get in there, come on. Man, what a pain in the ass this fucking thing is, huh? Holy. Holy. What a pain. These little cannons have been. Oh my god, dude. I swear to god. I'm actually going to crash out on this little cannon. I'm not even joking. Like, this is the most frustrating thing I've built miniature related, and I can't even tell you how long. I'm trying to think what was close to this. I don't even know. This might be the worst. It's especially because my neck, just like my neck's killing me right now, you know what I mean? And just tinkering with this little thing, I'm like getting frustrated. It's like driving me crazy. Ridiculous. What time is it? It's like 3 o'clock. I'm gonna need a beer after I build this freaking cannon, dude. Holy. I guess you do the one back part first, then you glue the side pieces on, then you glue this bottom piece or something. And don't sneeze in the process. Oh my god. Holy. Oh my god. Okay. God, those instructions are terrible. Rev, you're better off without the instructions, bro. You're better off without the instructions. Oh. Okay, there's like a tiller, and then that, and then the... Oh my god. It's like everything goes through each other. Like, they could have just made it where you glued on top or something. Like, I wonder, does the tiller actually move or something? For the rudder? Okay. So at that point, he glues it all together. So we got the middle piece, we got that. So we need to do that rudder piece. Oh my god, he's like super gluing it. He's like rubber banding it and stuff to keep it together. My god, help me. I already super glued the front, so we'll see how this goes. I guess he doesn't put the rudder in yet, does he? Huh. Dude, I'm getting hungry, bro. Okay. Boo, this ship. Boo. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, we're gonna stick these cannons in because they have to go. They're permanent. Okay. This is gonna pop off. Oh my god. I might have really screwed myself by gluing that front section together with the super glue. I think we should be okay though. I think I can just pop that off and like... I don't know, does this sit? This must sit on top? Dude, this this whole thing just... Okay. Hold on. Does that? There's no way. Like that, right? This is... This is the worst goddamn ship I've ever put together. This is the worst miniature I've ever assembled. The way this goes together is absolutely terrible. Shame on whoever designed this ship sprue. Shame on them. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame! Shame that person! Shame this person! Whoever came up with this sprue design. I cursed your family for 1,000 years. Maybe that's too far, but... Shame! Boo! This is ridiculous. That's how it's going. Okay. Let's just pretend. We'll slip that. What we'll do is we'll use tweezers and we'll slip it in afterwards. For the love of God. This, I'm gonna be honest with you. All they needed to do is like make this, they needed just a little better contact point, I feel like. Like, this shit does not want to sit properly at all. I can't even tell how it actually sits over here. Clearly this wants to sit on this shelf back here like this. This obviously glues like that. So is it severely angled or something? Yeah, maybe 1.5 years or something cursed. I curse you, 1 year of bad parking tickets. Who designed this ship sprue. I swear to God. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was excited to try out Blood and Plunder until I had to build the goddamn ship. Alright, and then let it be known. Oh my god, is that actually how it sits? No, it doesn't. So what in tarnation is going on here? Why does this not want to sit nicely at all? Like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. Ridiculous. This guy just like glues it on there like it's nothing too. It's hilarious. I know what the fuck I did. This stupid thing's backwards. Oh my god. It's that tiny little nub I have to glue the whole thing on. That's what I had wrong. Unbelievable. It still like barely has any contact point area. I curse you! Oh my god, that was why. It's still a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong, this whole thing is still a fucking pain in the ass. Oh my god. Shame! Shame! I should've just bought a freaking FDM printer and printed an entire pirate ship in one piece. Buy like the new top of the line printer. Okay, I have to like snap it all in at once sort of deal, which is fucking annoying as hell. Shame, shame. Just give me like some pegs and a hole on the other side and you just snap it in. You know what I mean? It's all like... I mean, we saw the guy use rubber bands to fucking glue the thing together, so you could tell it's not just me bitching and moaning here. There's some serious... there's some serious design flaws, I feel like, with this ship. But, whatever, I'll shut up. The problem is, dude, this cannon... Because I have to snap it together, this cannon's not going to want to sit in the right spot, I think. I kind of have to, like, get the cannon to stay still without getting pushed from the other side piece. Oh my god. See, this is the problem. If I snap it, I think it catches the cannon almost. So it's like I have to... Let me try and maybe try this. Dude, I need a cigarette after this. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm definitely taking a smoke break after this. Holy. Come on. Snap into place. Is that it? Oh god, the fucking cannon though. Where did the cannon go? Oh, it's there. Oh, you son of a bitch. Ah, damn it. This fucking shit. I swear to God, dude. Don't make me laugh. Oh, you fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Screw this ship! I hate it! I hate the ship! I hate it! Let it be known, I hate this ship. I don't even know if I'm going to enjoy painting it at this point. I hate it. It's like you have to slip it in because it's angled. How the fuck am I going to do this? Holy... I swear to God, dude. I'm gonna lose my shit with this ship build. Well, look, when I pop this out, the cannon's gonna move because the cannon's angled up. Like, did I glue it wrong? Maybe I can adjust it, or I can't even. How would I even be able to adjust it though? Doesn't even make sense. Maybe that. Let me swap that piece. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a freaking brain aneurysm building this thing, dude. Holy. What's the most frustrating miniatures or miniature kit you've ever built, chat? I'm trying to think. It like maybe some sort of Chaos Space Marine thing before this with all the little bits and pieces and stuff breaking. I'm trying to think of like what was the most frustrating thing I've built. This is definitely takes a new cake for sure. This is a new one. Does that angle it down some more? I think it does. I think I had the wrong piece in the front, but still, it's like, come on, dude. Come on. I tell you, my least favorite things to ever paint were Chaos Space Marine Raptors with all that trim, because I ended up painting the trim multiple colors multiple times like an idiot until I got it to where I liked it. So, oh my god, I hate this ship. Let it be known, I hate it. I will never build another one of these ever again. I would rather buy one. Or build a 3D printed one or something. Probably be infinitely easier than this. Designed by a college dorm dude for fun, you know? God, dude, Alright. Take a break. Take a breather. Don't smash the entire ship on stream, even though that would probably be a great clip. Maybe a good live stream fail or something, you know? Don't do it as much as you want to. It seems like the entire thing is fucking falling apart, including the cannons. Oh my god. I swear to god. I can't. Alright. We're done with this fucking thing for now, chat. I have to take a break from this fucking thing because I will smash it. It's getting to the point to where I'm tempted to do it, to be honest with you. Just take a hammer and just start going to town on it and then make it into a piece of terrain. Very tempted. Very tempted. It's not wanting to sit together really properly at all. Part of me does not want to give up because I don't want to be defeated by such a stupid thing. Stupid, stupid ship. Oh, God. I'm crashing out, bro. This is a absolutely terrible kit. Can I fucking super glue this thing in place or something? Angle the cannon down slightly. Take a deep breath. Don't break anything yet. I don't think I've ever been this frustrated, though, building any miniature-related thing ever. It's usually pretty fucking smooth sailing. It's more so just time, right? If anything, that's the annoying thing with most miniatures. It's like, alright, well, I gotta scrape all these mold lines. Dude. Oh my god, the cannon! Ah! Why the fuck was it not sitting together properly when I went to glue it? This is so fucking goddamn disaster, this ship build. Oh my god. God help us all. May God have mercy on our souls after this ship build. Okay. Swear to God, that cannon better not go flying away, dude. I swear to God. I just got to get this upper deck piece assembled, and then I got to take a break because I swear, like, the frustration levels are through the chart. Oh, this cannon is fucking everything. It's definitely one of the reasons why. Okay. Is that it? Holy. Oh my God. What in tarnations was that? Okay. Glue these pieces together before it comes apart, because it feels like it will come apart. Oh my God. This thing was about to go out the window. I'm not gonna lie. It was gonna go out the window. The fact that it's technically Rev's ship helped. I was getting close. I was gonna go run it over with a truck, was what I was gonna do. Oh my God. I'd never get frustrated building minis, dude. That was the most frustrating thing I've ever built. Just that section right there. Holy. My God. Oh. Dude, that was like... That was something else. That was something else. My God. All right. Oh, God. Okay. It's been like 30 minutes of this guy playing in the background, and like nothing's changed too on my screen, which is hilarious. I just find that funny. It's all like little like doors and shit. There's like so many little pieces of junk we have to glue to this thing. I'm not gonna lie, that was by far the most frustrating miniature I've ever assembled. Okay. That yeah. It looks decent now. If you look at it. Doesn't look that bad now. And it's fitting together pretty nicely. But, oh my God. I feel like they could have made that so much better if it was just like slightly angled straighter up so you could just snap it in. But, I don't know, maybe that's just... The ship curves inwards a little. That's how she goes. Alright. Oh my God. That was the most frustrating fucking thing. Oh, God. Whew. I tell you what, man. Go with another company for the ships, alright? That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry, Firelock Games. Oh my God. Or work on the ship sprue, please. Because that was, yeah. Like, if they had I guess, like a pamphlet for the instructions, that might be one thing. Or, I guess they got the website, too, for the video of it, but... My God, was that frustrating. Holy cow. Okay. Alright. I need to take a quick break after that. That was, like... I was getting to the mental point to where I was like, I might need to, like, end the stream or something. Or, like... That's how frustrated I was getting with this stupid fucking thing. Oh my God. Okay. My God, my excitement is immeasurably less now after building that section of the ship. Alright, we're gonna take a quick little break. I need to cool down a little bit. This thing almost went out the window. I guess we'll keep working on this thing. I don't even know if I want to, but we might take a look at Man versus or Tackling the Apocalypse, what I've been working on that, and chat about that for a little bit before we end the stream. But I'm gonna take a quick little break. What do you call it? We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Okay, no wonder why. I gotta go grab a drink, and I'll be back in just a moment, chat. What do you call it? We're gonna probably stream for like another hour or so. maybe tinkering with the ship and taking a look at Tackling the Apocalypse, our fishing game. So, and just going over some of that. So, all right. What do you call it? I'll be back in a second, chat. Thanks for bearing there with me through the hardships of this shipbuilding. You know what I mean? But I'll be back in a sec. Throw on the slideshow for you, little AoE tunes. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, I'm back. Holy cow. I had to take a break from this thing. God damn. Frustrating, to say the least. Holy. Okay. You know, the fact that Rev built this with no instructions whatsoever, didn't look up any video, is astonishing. God bless him for being able to navigate this ship build like completely blind. I don't know how he did it, but he did. So it's quite impressive, to say the least. Quite impressive. Okay. So, I mean, most of that stuff is done. One thing I realized, is there even, like... Where's the steering wheel of the ship? Is it just a rudder, huh? There's no... On the sloop, there is no steering wheel. Interesting. Or no captain's wheel. Okay. So we got our mast piece, which is... That's probably something we want to do last, from the looks of it. Okay, so I see there's smaller cannons that sit on these pivot points. We have to build... Oh my god, we have to build more cannons. Whatever, that's what we're going to do. We have to build more cannons for the deck. Well, luckily I'm going to stream for like another hour or so, and then I'm going to eat, because I think the lack of food is doesn't help with my frustration in this ship build. But what I need to do is get back to editing. I have the Apocalypse video. By the way, the first 2 turns of the game edited are almost as long as our normal conflict battle reports. Just to give you an idea how long that, or how big that video is. With the 3,000 point armies. It's essentially imagine 4 conflict armies fighting at once. Or a 2v2. That's kind of what it is. In terms of the amount of activations and everything, so. It's going to be probably our longest edited video, you know, our longest, like, edited battle report to date. Because we did some early ones where it was like we were talking the whole time, you know, so it was way longer. Because it wasn't edited, slowed down, it was just straight normal speed while we were talking and playing. We may just do some of those in the future. Right now, though, we have to use the AC when we play because it's so freaking hot, so that may be more of a once it cools down, we can do that sort of stuff. Oh my god, dude, there's so many little bits and bobs. So many little bits and pieces to this thing. So many. So I need to make 6 more cannons. There's going to be at least 12 of these pieces. Let me get all these cut out. We'll build the cannons, get the cannons glued. Easier said than done with these things. So there's going to be 2 more cannon bodies, yep. We probably won't even end up playing this for a while, but I was trying to think of something hobby related to do today, and I have been interested in... I got all the pirates, and so I'm getting the pirates built, so I figured it would be a good fun time. Holy cow, is that... It turned is you guys just get to watch me rage out while building this pirate ship for most of the VOD. Now you get the real deal around here. You get the real raw emotions in a Mike Rolls Dice stream. I don't put on a facade for you guys. I've learned in streaming, I just let it rip. You get to see the true experience of a Mike Rolls Dice miniature build. All of the emotions that go with it. I'm not scraping half this stuff. I'll scrape the cannons, but the other stuff I'm not too worried about. This ship lost its I'm gonna have to call it a name, like give it a raggedy name, out of pure hatred for it. Like the ship, in the lore of my pirates, the ship is a constant problem for them. That's why they're looking to plunder and get other people's ships, because this ship is like cursed. It must be a cursed ship. That's the lore behind it. They believe it's cursed. And it's constantly bringing them bad luck. That's my lore for this pirate ship. You made the mistake of doing a training game with some newbies recently. I put them in a 2v2 with me and the other experienced guy and having 1,500 points. They had 750. Took over 2 hours for 2 rounds. Yeah. It's better, I think, like 750 points is a good... 750 points per person is a good baseline for, like, games. We did the 3-player 1,500 point game, and that took quite a while. For sure. But, I mean, compared to, like, Warhammer, definitely less time than that. Because there's just less units and stuff. Because we play, like, big games of Warhammer with multiple people, and that took forever. Alright, I gotta cut out the bases. Yeah, especially with, like, introductory games, you don't ever want it. It's tough, right? Because I've introduced some of my friends, like, let's play Warhammer, and they were there for, like, 5 hours, and they were like, dude, this is too much, bro. So it's kind of hard sometimes to find a balance for introducing people to stuff. Like, what's a good point, you know, introduction? Maybe not too many crazy rules at the start, you know? Like, well, that's high pen, but you're over 24 inches, and then this and that, or this, that, you know, and you got this. Alright, it's looking good. Yeah, that game took us a while, too. That was like an all-day thing, setting up the 3K, or 6,000 points total, setting up the board, filming the whole thing. That was like an all-day event. But it's fun. That's not every game, but it's fun to do. For sure. One day we'll do something like that with like bolt or a conflict, but it's like all bolt action units like fighting and like mechs flying around, like, but there's just dudes everywhere, basic infantry fighting in trenches or something. Yeah, it's tough because you want to make it interesting, but you also don't want like an introductory game to be too overwhelming, right? I think we turned off a couple of our friends to like playing Wargaming because it's like they came and it was like 4 hours or 5 hours of playing. They were like, I want to go play video games or something. That's why a lot of my casual Wargaming friends, they love one-page rules. They come, I have the board set up, and we play a game in like an hour and a half. You know, for a lot of like casual people that play Wargaming, that's like perfect, you know? Gotcha. Well, it's always worth trying, right? You know what I mean? It's always worth trying. I get the idea. You got 2 experienced dudes and, you know, 2 newbies. Okay, I'm gonna scrape the cannons and glue these fucking things together. Oh my god, dude. My neck is like... I really must have slept wrong or something. I have terrible back issues and stuff, but I always have. It's always something, dude, with my back. But I definitely just probably, like, slept wrong and, like, kinked my neck or something. Because it's like, I'm looking down at while scraping these, and it's, like, killing me. After the stream, I'm gonna go hang outside and, like, sit outside for a little bit. Chill out. Oh, dude, I was so frustrated with that ship, with the stupid ship. I want to make it like I want to make a YouTube short of me raging out building this thing. Oh god, that was hilarious. Shame, shame, whoever built this ship. I curse your family. Clean this sucker up, looking good. Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff planned, man. I'm excited. Like I said, we're gonna be working on all sorts of cool stuff. I really should start thinking about, once I get caught up with my upload schedule, I really should start thinking about some solo games too, to add, just to get more of a backlog of videos to work on. I kind of want to do a series. I don't know what. I guess maybe I could test some games out, see how they do on the channel. Because the big thing is like, obviously, if I'm going to spend all this time, I got to make sure that people want to watch it. Otherwise, it's the thing about YouTube. Certain things can just like kill your channel if you start making some videos that start getting less views. Next thing you know, is like channel like. So I have to be cautious with, to what games I play on that channel, but it seems like everyone's pretty receptive to the different games. Obviously, Conflict does great, but that one-page rules video we did recently was like one of the highest viewed videos on the channel. I'm definitely careful. I don't want to get sucked into just doing one thing, so that's why we love Conflict and stuff, but I also like doing other stuff, so. But we make sure we try and keep it balanced. We try and do like a couple Conflict uploads, and then we'll do something random, or something. Because we do love Conflict. It's definitely our main game. It's kind of taken over for us. All right, I gotta assemble these God-forsaken cannons. XCOM? Oh, is XCOM coming out with a miniatures game, or are you talking about an actual XCOM game? Blood in the Sand. I'm not familiar with that one. Is that another minis game? Yeah, I'm also pretty excited for the StarCraft one. My buddy got all the StarCraft stuff, at least the starter stuff. So I'm kind of interested in giving that a go, I really loved StarCraft back in the day. It was like one of my favorite RTSs of all time. And it has such a cool aesthetic, you know what I mean? I'm gonna glue these little back sections on first. Dude, they could have been so much more generous with the contact area on these minis, but God. Blood and Sand is a Gladiators minis game. Ah, okay. I tell you what, I'm 100%, we have to do Zone Alpha. I think I'm gonna get the rule book later, and I'm gonna start looking into it. That might be a solo thing I do. I want to see if I can do like a solo Zone Alpha campaign. That game, one of my favorite video games of all time is Stalker. Stalker 2 was fantastic too, but like Shadow of Chernobyl and all those games are like the modded versions of Stalker. And that's one of my favorite aesthetics of like all time. Like Russia, Ukraine, post-Soviet, like weird stuff, but you still have Kalashnikovs and gas masks. So I do want to get into that. Somebody mentioned Silver Bayonet because there's this new video game that's on like in an alpha test called Hunger, which is like a Escape from Tarkov style game, but based in like like musket times and stuff. And there's kind of like weird. It's like Hunt Showdown and Tarkov, but it's like Hunt Showdown and like darker and darker, almost like a mix. And somebody in one of the streams I was watching, they were talking about Silver Bayonet. And that one looked interesting too, because I think there's like monsters and stuff in that, but there's still like muskets and like what do you call it, sabers and stuff, and like floofy hats. I have loads of Stalker models, including the board game. Oh yeah, Stalker's fantastic. Yeah, Stalker 2 was great. I mean, it was super buggy when I played it, because I think they fixed a lot of it now, but I think they did a pretty good job. But it's still, I mean, you can't fault them too much. They literally developed that game in the middle of a war, so. But the AI was kind of a fail compared to the previous versions of the game. The AI was so, like, the world would be interacting with itself. Like, the world would be, like, even if you weren't doing anything, the world would have all sorts of things happening because of the AI interacting with each other on their own. It was very, that's a very, game was really ahead of its time. Okay. I gotta glue these fucking things, dude. I just want to glue these cannons and then I'm done. Then I'm done. Oh my god. Like I said, I don't want to scrape these, but now I'm like, they weren't clean cuts. Oh, my neck. I'm gonna have to do some stretching after this. Yeah, I'm gonna start 3D printing Stalker stuff, and I think I'm gonna grab the rulebook for Zone Alpha and start planning what I want to do. But the aesthetic and all that, oh, I love it. And plus, when I build terrain a lot of times, especially back in the day for Warhammer, it was all just like rusted, junky looking stuff. But we could totally print cool Soviet ruins and stuff, and that kind of fits in with our bolt action. We already have a ton of like Soviet style stuff, so. Soviet like radar dishes and old Soviet villages and stuff that like fits perfectly for Stalker as well as conflict and bolt action. We're working on the terrain. Rev's been printing like crazy. We got more French buildings, so we have like a full set of French terrain, like Normandy style, like farmhouses and stuff. We have the full set of ruined buildings, which could be any sort of European ruined buildings from World War II. And then he's got the Soviet village stuff, which we're still working on. But now we're also starting to work on American stuff, because Invasion of America, that means we need American-looking houses, you know, like a gas station, police station, whatever, you know, you expect from a small town America, suburbs or something, or a city, let's say. You could do as well. I tell you what, it'd be crazy, man. Imagine LA or something. I'm excited to see where they go near the end of the book. There's got to be some, like, big crescendo to the fights, you know? How far does Japan get? What do they do? All that jazz. It'll be interesting. I'm excited. We have our own idea of what's happening, and we're going to make our own video on it. Probably before the book comes out, but... because we've already done... Japan's already done a mini invasion in Alaska in our video series, so, or in our conflict videos. That kind of already fits with the lore that we have on our channel. I tell you what, one thing I want to see more of, I want to see more books. Audio books or books about conflict, about the lore. We have the campaign books. I want to see more about the actual lore, like books that I can read, you know, or like audiobooks or something. Turnip 28 actually on their Patreon just released a audiobook for Turnip 28, which I thought was cool. I'm going to listen to it later. For free and stuff. So I would love to see stuff like that from Warlord, because I think one thing that's important, especially like it's kind of like a competitor to Warhammer for sure. Warhammer's their biggest competition, I would say, right? Because it's like a sci-fi sort of like game. It's definitely different. It probably appeals to different people, but I think it's like a lot of folks, including me and Rev, we came from Warhammer. We were like, this game's great. I think they need to definitely do something with lore, because that's such a big thing for getting people interested in Warhammer nowadays. I have friends that know so much about Warhammer and have like never played the game just because they watch YouTube videos, and then they're interested in trying out like a Warhammer game or playing the tabletop version, or they buy minis and they never even plan on playing the game, but they just want the minis because it's so cool, because they love the lore. So I think we need some heavy lore for conflict. It probably sucks because Warlord's a smaller company and stuff, and it's probably like quite an investment to pay like a whole team to like write detailed lore and then have people coming up with like novels and books and narratives around the lore. But I know there's a couple conflict books, but I think they're old from older editions and stuff. So that's something I would love to see is lore and like books and stuff, or even just short stories. Give us short stories, turn them into audiobooks too. Work with someone in the community, turn it into like an audiobook and put it on Conflict's YouTube or on the Warlord YouTube. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's something I would love to see. So we'll see. I think that would definitely help, though, also get more folks interested in the game as well, you know? And we don't need to know every single thing, this and that, but just some stuff, like, you know, to get an insight into what things are like, you know? For instance, on the front line for U.S. Firefly or something heading to Dresden. Just short story. You know, of him in the transport or on the ship as they're about to drop, and then it like the story ends like as they're like jumping out and like fighting. Just like a little short story, like, thinking about the guys like thing. Yeah, they had an audio diorama. You're right. They did do like a little I don't know, would it be, it's not like an audio book, but maybe like a story or something. I still haven't listened to that. You're totally right. I need to watch that. I want more stuff like that. That's perfect. We need more stuff. We also need videos. We need, like, you know how they have, they essentially DMCA strike the guy enough until they hired him for Warhammer to build all the Astartes videos and stuff. I feel like there's probably some talented folks that that could do something for Conflict. Maybe that's something that would be, I tell you what, that's a niche on YouTube. If you can go into a game or go into some sort of game engine or something and import Conflict assets into it, like as a mod, and then do a cinematic for Conflict. That would be sick. Do like videos like that. You know what I mean? Like, you could totally do AI. I'll just never watch it. But like, if there was actually somebody who like maybe went into Unreal Engine or something and made a little Firefly cinematic, that would be that would be amazing. Even, you know what you could do? You know what we should do? We should do a real life action Conflict video. We should go out in the woods. We should like get I should get like a World War II outfit and like be like out there like in the woods or something. There's like explosions going on, like a little short film or something of like running away and getting caught by a Shrek wolf and then dying, like a short, like, you know, 3-minute video or something. That would be funny. We should do some live action Conflict stuff. We need Cosmic. He's got like Krieg outfits and stuff. You know, he could whip something up. I'm gonna work on that. That's something we're gonna do in the future. We're gonna do a live action Conflict like film, but like a small, you know, nothing like crazy. I'll do it one day, I promise. K47 Hearts of Iron 4 mod? Yeah, exactly. Didn't someone oh yeah. I think what we're gonna see is in the Bolt action game, when the official Bolt action game comes out, I really hope somebody mods it so we can play Conflict 47. Because I'm telling you right now, that Bolt action game, they already talk about, I think they meant, let's look it up. It's on Steam. Let's see if they've done any updates. Oh wait, hold on. Not that luckily I don't have any, where was it? June 25th? Oh, this is a new dev diary. Hold on, this is a new dev diary. So you could build a theater, like a Normandy theater, managing your company. Oh, so this must be like battles. Oh, so you can like... Surviving units can gain XP, be leveled up to veterans. Okay, this is like their campaign system. Dude, look at the terrain. This looks sick. Oh, and it shows the vision, too. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is looking pretty cool. We have a Sherman, it looks like. Looking at the Tiger? Or is it the Tiger looking at the Sherman because from the UI? So I think they mentioned something about conflict in one of these. And I think they said they don't plan on adding. There was something about conflict they mentioned. Will conflict be included? No, it's a separate IP. There are currently no plans. Okay, so they won't do it, but somebody can mod it. And if you think about it, bolt action is the rule set that conflict's essentially built off of. I mean, is kind of... Obviously, it's like the same game minus a couple things, like how tough fighters work and all that. So, I think if you just literally... maybe apply some skins and stuff, but then there's like abilities, right? Well, I guess we could hope they can always make a conflict game, and they should. They really should. I guess they're going to see how this game does. Obviously, dude, this game, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to play it on stream. I'm going to make videos about the game on the channel. I hope it does good, because I guess if this does good, we might end up getting a conflict game or something. But I would love to see that. So the main thing is, though, it's Steam. It's PC. You know what that means. There's mods. So I think, will it support? We're a big fan of modding. While Steam Workshop support is not confirmed in the current plan, it's something we're actively evaluating and love to support if technically feasible. They really need to add modding. If they don't add modding to this game, it's not going to last this long. Unless they have everything from bolt action in it from the start. I'm talking about every plausible thing. Bulgarians, Romanians, anything. Because that's where mods really come into play. If it's just like skins for the Axis, you can have different units and stuff. Bolt action K47 don't work. So I'm making a computer game that requires being functional to function. It may improve the actual tabletop game. I don't know about that. I think if anything, I don't see this game affecting how conflict and bolt action actually... I think if anything, if there's any weird things with how rules interact, the game developers probably figured out a way to do their own thing. There may be things in this game that are different to bolt action. That is what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's how it is with video games at times, compared to tabletop versions and stuff. But I don't know, you may be right. There are some things that are very... seems like it would be hard to code in how some of the rules interactions work in bolt action in general. There's some slightly confusing things that even sometimes people in the comments don't even know, and they're commenting. They said it already. It won't be all the main powers. Army sizes 7,500 between 2,000. Multiplayer, line of sight, turns. What's the factions? C. Will tabletop features be kept, and what would be brand new in the digital version? We expect most systems to be faithful, but we do make a video game, so we build to make changes to make it better as a video game. The biggest thing is like Fog of War. Bolt action feels more like a war game with this feature implemented. Yeah, that's the thing. It's trying to find how do you do the balance of bringing it in to tabletop. I'm just trying to look and see what the factions... So I wonder, is it not gonna... What it's not gonna have is the question. The main thing is modding. As long as we get modding, that'll save any game, so... Won't be all the main powers, there's only 6. That's the thing, though, right? They may only have, like... Soviets, Germans, and Americans, and Japanese or something. You know? Or I guess British, right? I don't know, I could see them, like, though... We only get like 3 or 4 armies or something. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I really hope they do a good job with this game. Because this... think about it. There's no Warhammer digital version. There's not many games that have digital versions of a real tabletop game. This is like, in my opinion, like a pretty big deal. So I really hope that they nail it. So we'll see. Anyways, keep an eye on it. Wishlist it. Yeah, it's only Yanks and Germans in the images so far, right? Which is a little worrying. But what are they, not going to have Soviets, for instance, right? But, you know, that's stuff that it may be like they add down the road sort of thing, right? I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how they do it. Are they going to go into early access? Or are they just going to release the game, you know? It's going to be Brits, US, and Germans. Maybe it's only like a certain campaign or certain area of the world they're going to have fighting, like in France and stuff. You know? It does all look like Normandy for the most part at the moment. And like France. But I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see. That's the thing. If it's the sort of game where you have to pay for each new army and stuff, I'm not down with that. There's a couple other... which I hope not. It doesn't say anything, but... There's some of these games, like... Not Mechanicus, but... or maybe it's this one. Some of these Warhammer games are like that. What is it? Was it Gladius? Yeah. Is this it? Yeah, stuff like this. Okay, so you buy a game. I don't know if Gladius is the best example, but they have these RTS style games for 40K. You buy it and it literally comes with like one faction or something. Or it's like just the basic thing. Then you have to go and get the bundles for like the... If you want to play the Space Marines, the Tyranids, and all of these are separate prices. So it adds up to literally like hundreds of dollars to get the full game and play whatever factions you want. It's one of the reasons why I never got into these games. I think Gladius is one. There's... What was the other one? Not Dawn of War. Battle Sector? It was Battle Sector, isn't it? This game looked really cool. And as a Blood Angels player, it really appealed to me too. But it looks like... It kind of looks like playing like a combat patrol or something almost. But if you look... Oh, looky, looky. What do we got? Battle Sector. You buy the game, it literally only comes with like Space Marines. Like the Blood Angels and whatever, the Tyranids or something. So if you want to play anything else in this game, you gotta get Necrons, Sisters of Battle, Orcs, all of them 10, 12, 13, 14 bucks, whatever. It all adds up to like 100 and something bucks, right? If they do that, then the game's gonna fail. Guarantee you. Because it's already bolt action. Bolt action is nowhere near as popular as 40K, right? So you need to make sure that you don't make the game super predatory in terms of stuff like the paid DLCs and micros. Because if you do, you know what I mean? But they don't say, it doesn't say anything like that. It doesn't, so let's not assume that. We shouldn't assume it, okay? Let's just be clear. But if they do go that route, it's not going to be good. Probably not going to be the sort of game that I play that often either. Because I do not approve of that sort of, you know, if I'm paying $40 for a game or something, right? The last thing I'm going to do is have to pay $15 just to play the Brits or something, right? So I don't think they're going to do that. I really hope not, at least, because that would not be good, to say the least. You know what I mean? But it doesn't seem like it. We don't want to jump to assumptions. So far, I'm positive on the bolt action game, but I guess we'll see how it goes, right, is the question. All right. Let's keep gluing the cannons. I found it right on the main page of Steam under main features. It says uniquely designed units lead U.S., British, or German forces with distinct unit design. It might be it's going to be like, and you know, it's tough because it's like they can add an expansion for the game, and I'll totally get like an expansion if it adds like a whole new campaign and this and that, right? But it's like, now I'm thinking like, at what point is it like, at what point do I draw the line for like a DLC? You know, I guess if it's like a DLC for like, it would have to depend, dude. But to open up the Eastern campaign, like Eastern Europe with the Russians, you got to pay another fucking $20 or something just to do that or something. I don't know, dude. I'm so torn on it, you know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know, my opinion has changed a lot on gaming over the years. It was obviously, like, you would buy Halo 2 and you would play it for, like, 2 years, and then they would come out with a paid DLC for new maps and stuff, and you would jump on that in a second most of the time and stuff. But now, like, I don't know, my opinion's changed a lot on, like, when it comes to expansions. It really needs to be, like, worth it, and the base game needs to be worth it. But if it feels like, you know, because it's one thing, maybe it's a small team, it's taken a long time to develop. That's one thing, right? Instead of like a AAA studio or something. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. Or maybe they'll just add it later. If that's why see, that's the thing, right? If they do only offer those 3 and they are planning to charge you for other armies in the future and expansions, then why would they want to have modding as well? Because then you could mod for free and mod in the Soviets and all that. It's a slippery slope, bro. But we shouldn't. I don't want to assume ill intentions. But for sure, we'll keep our eye out. No matter what, I will say this. You know, you got to be smart with your money nowadays as a consumer, right? With everything that's going on in the world, so. When it comes to video games in particular, I just don't play that often as well. A lot of stuff. So I've drastically changed whether I view it as worth it to buy a game. So anyways. Where the hell am I missing one last little squiggly piece? Oh, here we go. Okay, thank God. I was going to say, please. Yeah, we'll see how she goes. I'm still optimistic. I mean, even if it's just Americans and Germans and the Brits, I'll still get it and play it, make some videos on it. It'll be cool to see the animated version of Bolt Action on the screen, you know? But I would be, you know, I'd be disappointed if that's all it is and, you know, they charge you for anything else down the road. And if it's not anything, like, reasonable priced, you know? Remember the good old days when you'd buy a video game? Now, mind you, I say you'd buy a video game for a price, but I don't know if you guys remember, but video games were like freaking 100. If you inflate it, like some of the N64 games are like $100 nowadays, or they were even like $80 back then. But what was I gonna say? You just get a game and you'd play it for a year, or you'd play it for like a year or a couple of years, so you beat it and enjoyed it, and then you're like, all right, cool. And now it's like games are just constant paid purchases and updates and early access and half developed, and which part of me doesn't mind, but because I play a lot of like smaller dev games and like or extraction shooters, different things I've played over the years. Yeah, well, we'll see, but I get it, For instance, if they're not going to have Japanese or anything, right? Like, and that's, I mean, you're missing out on huge or you're missing huge fan bases of the game, right? If you're not going to include whole factions and armies. But, I don't know, we'll see. The funny thing is that'll still probably be the best option to play, like, the closest thing you could do to play a real tabletop game in an official game on Steam, as opposed to Tabletop Simulator or something. I guess Warhammer will never do it because they want to sell as much minis as possible. But, like, why is there not a digital version of 40K on the tabletop? I mean, think they could charge you so much money, dude. Like, think how much money GW could make having a digital version of Warhammer where you pay for cosmetics and all that, and, like, you can either paint it with a mouse by hand, make it really hard to do, and then you could pay to have it look nice. They could charge you so much money to do some scummy ass stuff. I'm so surprised they haven't done a digital version of. So it must be they fear on whales buying like $3,000 worth of knights or something when the new miniatures come out or something. I really don't know why they wouldn't do it, but maybe it's too complicated. But I mean, I don't even know. Total War seems like a 15 million times complicated game. There's not an actual. There's a modern day digital version of Warhammer 40K that you can play. There's no way. There's Tabletop Simulator or something. Oh, a minis paint game? Yeah, no, I'm talking about like, okay, you want? I'll challenge you, my orcs versus your blood angels, and we'll play tonight on Steam. They don't have anything like that other than Tabletop Simulator. They need an official, like, actual game. They could make so much money. Yeah, right. Microsoft laying people off left and right. True. Yeah, well, the gaming industry is rough, but it also is probably more profitable than it's ever been too, because of just everything else. But I think it's a changing market, especially for American companies. Like, there's so many like Chinese and Asian gaming companies and stuff. Look at Tencent, like that. Soon we're gonna have like Chinese spyware, malware on every single game we buy. Tencent's buying up like every single video game studios and everything. It's wild. They're going to be looking for anyone talking about the Taiwanese Strait, you know? Get minus social credit, you better watch out. But yeah, the whole gaming industry has just changed so much since like what it was 10 years ago. Just the amount of money that they spend on making terrible games nowadays, like games that get review bombed, nobody wants to play. They thought it, like Concord, that Concord game, freaking high, like all these games that they've spent so much money on that it came out and instantly people were like, this is probably the worst game I've ever seen. Wanted to work for Bethesda, but didn't want to move. Glad I didn't try with all the cuts they just did. Yeah, it's got to be tough, dude. And especially, too, imagine, like, a lot of the old dudes that worked there from, like, the old days, you know? That's the thing. Like, gaming isn't what it was. There's very few companies that still make the same quality game they used to. Like, Bungie's completely changed, right? All that jazz. All these companies changed. Even Rockstar has changed a lot. Rockstar, we're hoping if they... I'm not even that big of a fan of GTA 6, but if GTA 6 isn't freaking a hit, which I'm sure it will be, I'm sure it'll make a ton of money, but if it's not a banger like all GTAs usually are, I don't even really care about GTA. But you got to respect the games. Then we're in trouble, because Rockstar usually nails it. Now, mind you, the game kind of sucks in general, but once it goes on the computer and like gets modded and stuff, that game's amazing. Especially with like the GTA roleplay and stuff. But yeah, if Rockstar screws up with GTA, dude. I don't know. I think we're in serious trouble. I'll tell you that much. I will say the remaster of Elder Scrolls, of Oblivion is fantastic. It was super buggy, and I think they fixed it. I will say, though, they did a great job, dude. That game was absolutely gorgeous. I barely played it. I played it some because I think I barely played Oblivion back in the day, but I never played it fully, and I know that's kind of sacrilegious for a lot of gamers. So I ended up getting it, and I had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to have to play it again at some point. But I was genuinely impressed with how good that game looked. Bethesda is like, I don't know, it's hit or miss because look at like the new Fallout and everything, dude. And I hope we don't have any big Fallout 76 fans, but that was probably the last Fallout game I ever fucking will play unless they redeem themselves with like a New Vegas or something. Because if you look at Fallout 3, 4, New Vegas, like probably some of the peak, most pinnacle points in like video game history, and you just look at like what Bethesda's doing nowadays, and it's like, ugh. I don't know about that, Chief. You know, original game with mods is what turned me into a PC gamer. Yeah. Wait, the original game? What do you mean original game with mods? Are you talking about the original Fallout, like the first one or something, with the top-down view? Oh, we got to do our little cannon doors. How the hell do these sit? What in tarnations? I kind of don't know how the hell these cannon doors sit, if I'm being honest with you. It's angled like this. Oh. That doesn't... Doesn't really seem like... Or does it sit like that? I can't tell if it's supposed to sit up. No, it's got to be like this, right? Let's take a look. So what the hell goes off the sides here? What are these grooves for? Oh, there is something else that goes in there. Weird. This build is something else, dude. I tell you what. Oh, Oblivion. Oh, hell yeah, dude. What didn't I like about 76? I played it when it first came out, and it was kind of cool, but it just... I don't know, dude. It didn't have the charm of exploring an open world game in Fallout. It was like you had your base, and there's people running around, and there was PvP. The PvP was kind of trash. Because people just kept respawning and fighting over and over again, and like... I don't know. It didn't have the same vibe as like opening up Fallout 3 and playing that for the first time. Like the 2, it just wasn't, I don't know. It didn't hit. I didn't like it. I know it's been updated so much. I tried and revisited it multiple times and played with people that were like more, you know, had high level and stuff. They're like, you got to get to the super high levels in the gear and stuff. But it ended up, I don't know. It just wasn't, it didn't also feel like a survival game to me. You know what I mean? It was kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, it was not what I expected it was going to be. You know what I mean? For sure. I just didn't end up liking it. Alright, how the hell does this fucking ship go together? Oh my god, I would love to just see a little bit more. Oh, the mast is supposed to have 2 pieces. Okay. I think this one might be slightly different anyway, but... So some of them are, like, straight up, and some of them are angled slightly. Fuck it, I'm just gonna glue it. Modding games in the 90s? Yeah, no, thank you. The most I was doing was jamming out on Sega Genesis or something. I wasn't old enough to know all that jazz. I gotta say, though, we grew up in the golden age of gaming. That was... There's never going to be a time... I don't care if we have VR and you can strap yourself into this thing and be fighting a dragon. We grew up in the golden age of gaming. The consoles, all the games, every year. I mean, there were some years we had the craziest games come out and everything. I don't think we'll ever see something like that. It was definitely a special time to grow up, be alive, all that, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. This shit's kind of fucking confusing. Because some of them are... How do they even get them sticking straight up? I don't understand. Also, do I even have enough? Oh, okay, I do have 4. All of these look the same, but some of them they have glued where they're like literally like I do not understand. I guess, is it like this? You would want the hinge for the doors on the outside? Couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you. Because it would like fold down like this, right? How the hell do these windows work in real life? The images are so bad on the thing, I can't tell which way they're supposed to go is the issue. I actually don't know, to be honest with you, dude. Let's watch the video that this guy did. This is... Oh, you guys didn't even see what I was doing there. God help me, dude. This is... Oh. Look, he's got the whole thing rubber banded together while he's gluing it. Because it was like... Okay, he's got the exposed wood on the inside. Oh my god. Okay. I think I've dropped it down to a... I'm, like, not as angry at this thing now. But... Yeah. I'm gonna still probably give this thing, like, a freaking... I don't know. 3 out of 10. One of my least favorite models to build of all time, I'm gonna say. We're gonna get these doors glued on, then I'm gonna go eat some food. Whew. What a miniature build, chat. What a freaking build. I feel like these cannons need to be adjusted, huh? They're all like, some of them are sitting too high, the angle. They're kind of interacting weird with where the door's gonna be. I gotta fix them. Let's reglue them after, it's fine. Get the doors on there. Yeah, use a hairdryer to warm it up so they don't spring as much. That would require me to have a hairdryer. I ain't got much of that around here. Hair. No, I'm sure I could find one. Luckily we got it. But I always forgot. Heat does help. Heat is a good coaxing tool. Just try not to burn it is all. Or melt the damn thing. This is also, though, this is like a different type of plastic. This is not like a... This isn't like the sort of plastic that they use for Warlord Warlord minis or like Warhammer minis. This is definitely like a harder type of miniature plastic. I don't know, maybe ABS or something. I don't know what the actual types are, but certainly seems like it. Oh, shit balls. Okay. Whew. All right, I'm about ready to eat some food, especially after that mental collapse I had building this damn ship. Holy. Need a snack. Eat a Snickers. I'm getting all grumpy. Yeah, right? God, how you guys doing? Hopefully you ain't dying over there in Europe. I know it's super hot. I have family in Turkey, and it's crazy how hot it is over there right now. We've been lucky after we had our crazy ass thunderstorm. It's what do you call it? It cooled down over here for us. So, that's nice. Which was nice because we didn't have power for days, so not needing AC was nice, for sure. Okay, we got this piece. Alright. I mean, you know what? We got some good progress done on this thing, dude. Probably build the rest off stream so you don't have to see me rage out trying to figure out how to do it, but... Oh, cannons. I definitely need to adjust the angle. The angle of these cannons are like I guess... I don't even know how you would go about it, because it's kind of a fixed thing, so I don't know. Whatever. I'm giving this kit a 0 out of 10? No, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. I'm sure there's probably worse miniature kits than this. There's no way this is like the worst out there, right? Somebody had to develop something worse than this. That being said, not having fun building this so far. The pirates are great. I had a lot of fun building the pirates and everything. They came cut out easy and everything. But yeah, I'm going to give this kit a 3 out of 10. I'm not done with it, but I think that's a fair assessment. I think it's probably going to look sick when it's done, and it's painted. It's probably going to look fantastic. So at least there's that. But I will say, for assembly, ease of assembly, yeah, not a fan of it. For sure. That being said, hopefully the game is sick. It's not so bad. People are moaning much, but it's hot and they don't drink enough. Yeah, I mean, well, I got family in Turkey, dude. It gets hot over there on the Mediterranean, but it was like, I forget what, but yeah, staying hydrated is important. 4 cups of tea. yeah. Nah, tea ain't as good for hydrating yet. Well, that's what I mean, right? You can't complain until you do an Airfix kit from the 60s. But we're in goddamn 2026. Alright? We have Cosmic making AI videos of fireflies jumping down from the sky, alright? Miniature kits should not be this hard, alright? This is definitely some sort of engineering thing for them, like, whoever designed the engineer that designed the layout and the assembly of the miniature, not good. So, I will complain about it because, yeah, I feel like I probably could have, like, let me think what I could have done in this probably amount of time. I don't know, probably built another fucking 12 pirates and with custom things and everything, you know? Oh, well, you're a time traveler, Scar. It's a little different. Not all of us have the access. I've seen that movie where that British dude goes back in time because his wife got gets killed and he can't stop it, and then he ends up going so far in the future where there's like people that snatch people from underground. Remember that movie? You're like that guy. You got that in your basement, that like machine that he built out of that chair or something. All right, chat. What do you call it? I think it's time. I'm gonna go eat some food, dude. I appreciate it. We got a nice little 3-hour stream in here. I think Morgan's probably going live too anyway, so. But what do you call it? One more time, check her out. The SS Misery is what I'm calling this ship, and I think that's actually perfect. Because it's a cursed pirate ship. They think it's cursed because they can't drink as much grog as they want to, because they have to constantly fix the ship, and they're looking to capture a British West Indies ship so they don't have to continue riding on this cursed, God-forbidden vessel. The SS Misery, or whatever the hell it is, okay? The pirate ship, the Misery. That's what I'm calling it. And, what do you call it? We got good amount of it. I think we just got to, do the masts and some rigging stuff, or, like, some extra cannons. That's pretty much it. It's not much left, so I'm happy about that, so. But, chat, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Scar, appreciate it, brother. Valor Games, thank you again for hanging out, too, dude. But, what do you call it? And shout out to Dobby's Dioramas for the raid. Much appreciated. Squig Herd to Sean. Thanks again, dude. And Revan, everybody. Chat, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Appreciate it. We have a new... I'm gonna get back to work after this on the 3,000 point Apocalypse game. That's probably gonna be coming out later in the week. Today's what, Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? Yeah, because Monday they fixed my power yesterday. So Tuesday, it'll probably be like Friday, maybe Saturday. We'll see. I don't know. Either way, chat, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And what do you call it? We got some fun stuff. We got some new Warlord minis coming too. I ordered. So we're gonna, once all that comes in the mail, we'll take a look at the George Washington mini, the magazine with the Totem Core, the B for Birdie. We'll build him, and then we'll take a look at the U.S. Heavy Infantry and everything. So, all right, chat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. You folks have an awesome day. Again, have an awesome week, and take it easy. And I'll see you guys. All right.